Let's talk about the magical world of colors in Photoshop. And in web world, colors are so important because there are 16.7 million colors that the human eye can see, and each client wants one of those as a background on their web page or in their logo. One of 16.7 million colors. How do you know which color is what? Well, let's go into Photoshop. I was in Adobe Bridge, found an image I wanted to grab, double-clicked it. It opened in Photoshop right there. And so maybe this blue sky color, maybe I want to use that as the client's favorite shade of blue. And this is where the color matcher, the eyedropper tool, comes in. And down here, unlike Illustrator, Photoshop has foreground and background color. And hey, I've been using Photoshop since 1993, and I've never used background color for anything. So help me, because I don't know. Somebody email me and tell me what to use it for, because I've never used it. But watch foreground color right here. I have the eyedropper. That's the color matcher tool, and I can click in the blue sky, ding, and look at the color. It does. The blue sky drops right down here, and once I select that color, notice here's my handy dandy swatch box, which can be found by going Window, Swatches, and if I'm going to use that color a lot for my website, for a client's website, if I click this little button right here, I call it the new thingy button, because you'll find the new thingy button everywhere in all panels Photoshop. If I go to the layers panel, here's the new layers panel. I make a new layer. It's in, I wonder if there's one in the history panel. I wouldn't know what to use it for, but oh, they don't have a new thingy button in the history panel. It doesn't make sense. I didn't think they would. But so let's move these back over here. But if I come over to the swatch box, click the new thingy button, ding, it says, what do you want to name this? How about blue sky? And I click OK, and it shows up right down here in the swatch box. If I double click it, it tells me this is the blue sky swatch. But out of 16.7 million colors that the human eye can see, which shade of blue is this actually? Oh, notice if I hover over it, it actually shows me the name of it. To go into the Supreme Color Picker, which is what I call it, I can double click right down here. Doo-doo! And here is I call it the Supreme Color Picker, because if you can choose 16.7 million colors out of this, it must be supreme. Now, down here is the hexadecimal value that you would use in a website. So if I'm in my CSS document, maybe HTML, whatever, if I right click, right click, I can go to copy and paste that right into Dreamweaver or whatever you're using. Here are, though this series is made for the web, here are your CMYK values for print, cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Here are your RGB values. Some people use those for web development. What else is up here? Okay, now if you're like just roaming for colors, you can drag the rainbow and you can see that stuff changing. This blue thing is the currently selected color, which you can see down here, current. But this represents the new color. And I can drag around. You can see the new color changing. And then when you stop, and then when you click OK, it chooses that color, and here it is. So, again, to get to the Supreme Color Picker, let's add that new swatch. Doop, We'll call it swatch 15. That has a unique name. So there's swatch number 15 next to blue sky. To get to our Supreme Color Picker, all you do is click this one time. Here's the Supreme Color and web-only colors. Who uses this? I want to know why this is still in the color picker. But because I don't know of anyone that uses this option. Let me know. Email me and tell me who uses that. So that is the Supreme Color. That is picking and saving colors. And real quick, I'm going to go to the eyedropper. Notice I can get the green color. I can get the color of this house. I can get the tree color. I can get whatever color this is. And I could save all of those to my swatch box. The wonderful land of swatches and colors in Photoshop.